Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We got a brand new event in Hockey Ultimate Team, the 16-bit Heroes event. We're going to break down all of the new cards, the new master sets, my thoughts on it, as well as all of the new sets and info. So make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and give the video a like if you do enjoy it. Thank you guys for watching. All right, let's get into the brand new event today in Hockey Ultimate Team. All right, guys, so like we normally do when a new event comes out, let's take a look at all of the cards, and we got the meme Jack Johnson. Oh, man, it's been a running joke that Jack Johnson always finds a way to get cards in Hockey Ultimate Team. However, this is not a master set. He gets an 82 overall that has Buzzing and Wingman and Gladiator. Even if you activated everything at 82 overall, there's better cards that you can get at the launch of the game. So no reason here, but the card art looks amazing. I'll say this about the event. I will give you my overall thoughts later on, but the card art in this event is some of my favorite. Moving on, we've got the 83 Ryan Lindgren with Applesauce, Light the Lamp, and Bombarded. He's got Truculence as well. 86 speed, 86 acceleration. Again, same kind of situation. There's just better defensemen that you can get very early on in the game that are left-handed, that are bigger than 6 foot, and that have a better skating. So this is a pass for me as well. Then we've got the 83 Matthew Garon. 6'1" goaltender with Booming Shot and Spark, as well as All or Nothing. Nothing to see here, unfortunately. Goaltender at 6'1", not really going to be usable for you. I do need to mention, guys, if you are a fan of any of these cards, please get them. This is just, I'm giving you my competitive, knowledge, what the meta and cards that you are going to want to use if you're trying to make the best team possible. This one's just not going to be it. Then we've got the 84 Artem Zub, 6'2", with Bombarded and Light the Lamp, as well as Applesauce and Shutdown. It's still tough. His shot is nice if you get his synergies activated, and he's 6'2" with 87 body checking, but same kind of situation as the other guys, just not fast enough for December. Like, you're going to be at a disadvantage by using this card, and you can get other bare bones, cheap cards that are going to be the bare minimum that I would rather have them. Like, I'd rather have Quinn Hughes than this card, to be honest with you, so just keep that in mind. Then we've got the 85 Andre Palat with Booming Shot and Gladiator, as well as Light the Lamp with Shutdown, which is more of a defensive synergy. However, the 89 speed, 89 acceleration, and the 92 agility if you get a Booming Shot activated is kind of nice. Shot is in the mid to high 80s, as well as his deking and hand stats. This is actually one of the nicer 85 overall cards, and definitely you could use him on a free-to-play team, or, if you're doing a Lightning theme team. This isn't a bad card at all for the 85 Palat. Then we've got the 85 Zach Hyman, who's having a great year with Workhorse and Spark, as well as Buzzing. So 2 skating synergies, but even if you get him activated, it's just not enough, in my opinion. He is 6'1", which is nice size, but a very defensive winger, and there's just no need for a defensive winger. So pass on the Zach Hyman. The 86 Jason Robertson, former Niagara Ice Dog, which I love, with Buzzing and Workhorse. Same situation, although he is 6'2", a little bit bigger. His shot is in the high 80s, which is nice, but again, like 85 speed with all the synergies activated, as well as his acceleration on the 86. It makes it very difficult to get excited about this card. Like, we're getting to the point where if you're going to have, like, under 88 speed, you've got to either be gigantic or your shot needs to be 99. That kind of situation. So, very tough here, but there is the 86 Jason Robertson. We've got the 86 Ivan Provorov with Gladiator and Bombarded, left-handed defenseman with 87 speed. Does have 88 acceleration, though, and we've talked about this before. The acceleration is just as important. And his shot with his synergies activated are actually pretty nice on the slap shot. Decent body checking at 88 with his synergies activated. Stick checking, defense awareness are okay. I mentioned defenseman before. If you can get him for the bare minimum that 86s are going for, which is like 25K, even then, there's no way. Problem with the new sets, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit, is that cards like this would normally drop to probably 10K and under at this stage of the game. But the problem is that you can use 86 overalls for the set. So some of these cards that are 86 overall are getting propped up really high because the value is more tied to the overall than it is the actual player. So tough here. There's no way I'd pay 25K for him. The 87 Nicholas Backstrom with Wingman and Bombarded. 6'2" goaltender is 90 speed. 6'2" goaltender, guys. Like, you know the drill. Then we've got a cooler one, the 88 Rick Nash with Spark and Magician. He is 6'4", 86 speed is tough if you're not a centerman. But it is nice to see Rick Nash get a card. I really wish he would have gotten, instead of Magician, like Fly the Zone or Distributor. Um, it's going to be very difficult. This is like Mark Stone, essentially. But it is Rick Nash card, which is awesome. Cool to see him back in the game in the alumni program. So if you're a Jackets fan or a Rick Nash fan, have at it. It's just going to be awfully tough. However, Big Rig does make up for that. And his size, he's so big that you might be able to hold on to the puck if you're someone that controls the play a lot, but tough on this one. Then we've got the 89 Ryan Getzlaf, who was a GOAT in Hut for the last, like, decade. 86 speed, 85 acceleration. This is even worse than the Rick Nash card. However, he does play center. So you could use him in the middle. And again, I've mentioned this before. You don't really need to have him in speed for centerman. And he does have tape to tape, which I like. It's still going to be tough. Like, you're never going to be able to carry the puck with him. So defensively, he's going to be great. And once you're in the zone, maybe. But like I said, you're not going to be able to carry the puck with him. Then we've got the 90 Cam Neely with Distributor and Applesauce. Gets his speed up to 90, acceleration at 88. This is a usable card for sure. All of his shot is above 90. His hand stats are all basically at 90 and above, with passing puck control being at 97 and 98 if you get synergies activated, and both of these are very sought after for sure. Stick checking's 94. This is a very good card. Like, you could definitely use him as a right-handed winger. There are a lot of great right-handed wingers, but he should probably be cheaper than some of the other huge ones. So keep an eye out. This Cam Neely card, definitely usable. All right, on to the master sets. And man, like I said, I love this card art. I think it's sick. Love it. Let's talk about the cards, though. They do operate exactly the same as the Under 22 event, which I love. I said that in the video and on my podcast with Kesso, that they need to make that the new standard, where you get in, the 86 overall cards are going to be very cheap. Everyone can be involved, free to play. You know, people that are hut rich, doesn't matter. And then they upgrade at your own pace, and the cost is the exact same as the Under 22 event. Here's the issue. We just saw this, and the overalls are exactly the same, so we're essentially just getting 4 more master sets that are from the Under 22 event, and there is very little separation to make these cards any better than the last week's. In fact, almost all the 22s are going to be better than these ones, but we'll get into that in a second. So, the 92 Kirill Kaprizov is awesome. He's got Gladiator, Booming Shot, and Spark as an option. So if you do put Spark on him, his acceleration goes even higher. He's got Protector, as well as Light the Lamp and Well-Rounded, and then Bombarded. If you can get all of his activated, his shot is phenomenal. He's got some okay superstar abilities. I wouldn't activate Wheels, but, Puck on a String, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that one either. I'm not loving the card. His hand stats are all phenomenal. The reason why I don't love this Kirill Kaprizov card is Jack Hughes is better. Like, we already got a better version in the last event, so it's tough for me, to really be excited about this one. But we're going to talk about Kirill in just a little bit, in a little bit more detail. Next, we've got the 86 Rupe Hintz that does jump up to 92. He's got Buzzing, Thief is an option, as well as Applesauce, 3 very good synergies. So his speed does get up to 91. 89 acceleration, shot in the mid-90s. Defensively, he's great, and he's 6'3". This is a very, very good centerman card. The only issue, we just had like 4 amazing centermen come out. Cousins, Doc, Byfield. I would rather have all of those than this one. So I will say this, that I really like tape to tape, but other than that, I'm not a huge fan. It's a good card, don't get me wrong. This is going to be on almost everyone's team. There's very few teams that this card would not make it onto. It's just, we just had those kinds of cards as well. Then we've got Grubauer, and this one's tough because we had, obviously, the Master Set Spencer Knight as well as Ottinger. Both of those are great. 6'1", it doesn't matter the stats, unfortunately. 6'1", it's just not going to take as much up of the net. While size doesn't matter as much anymore because of the goaltender stat caps and things like that, Ottinger is far better, and in all honesty, the carry price has been just fine. He's 6'3", the X-Factor carry price. This one is just a hard pass. Like, you're going to see his price be extremely cheap. So, I think that it's awesome that a Kraken got a Master Set item, and like I said, the card art's incredible, just not going to be usable. Then we've got Eric Brandstrom, and this one is tough as well because a lot of the great skaters are small on defense, which is fine. They don't want to make anyone overpowered. But like I said, it's very difficult to use someone who's 5'10" on the back end. That being said, he's got Spark, so his acceleration can almost get to max at 96. That makes him very, very quick, as well as Applesauce and Bombarded and as Head Protector. So let's say you activate all of that. You're looking at 96 acceleration, 94 speed. That's phenomenal, and 98 agility. So he's going to be able to handle the puck. His slap shot and wrist shot are phenomenal. This is basically a S-tier winger on the back end. And then his deking's 99. Like, you're going to be able to bring the puck out. The one thing I will point out, though, here is 92 body checking if you get synergies activated. That kind of changes the game, because if you remember back to last year, Cale Makar kind of bucked the trend of smaller defensemen not being usable because in their own zone they can't knock anyone off the puck. Cale Makar is 5'11", and he had really high body checking throughout the year last year, and he was great. So I would have to have someone try him out. This is probably the one I'm going to try and go after, because even if you can't, if he's not elite in his own zone, he's still going to be fast enough and faster than almost every other defenseman that you're going to get for quite some time. And left-handed defensemen, there just aren't a lot of amazing ones there. Like, you've got Ty Smith still. I think that this card's probably a little bit better than Ty Smith. Not by much, but a little bit. So that at least gets him into the top 3 right now. But the problem is that these are all capped at 92, guys. They don't go any higher. That's the one takeaway I had from last week. I think these need to go higher than 92 because their value is capped. We're into a situation now where people would rather have X Factors, because these are capped at 92, which is great, but the cost is still expensive to get it up there, and you know that you're going to have cards that will replace them. So just keep that in mind. I think the card art's amazing. I think Brandstrom could be good. I'll do a ranking and kind of a more in-depth thing comparison to other cards in another video, but here are your current players from this event. One other thing in terms of the players I want to point out is that the Kirill Kaprizov X Factor card is now incredible. He got tier 15, which is wild. And when you activate everything on him, he's got Protector, he's got Thief or Gladiator, whatever you want, and then he's got Distributor, meaning 94 speed, 92 acceleration, 94 agility. He's got almost a maxed wrist shot. His hand stats are all basically maxed. Defensively, he's great. One of the best left-handers in the game. Like, I would rather have this card than Jack Hughes. This is up there, guys, with Duchesne now and those kinds of cards. If you had his X Factor, I told you guys in the video I did, the buy or sell, that to watch out for some of the European X Factor players. I didn't think it would come in this kind of event. I thought it'd be Winter National. But if you listened to me and got Kirill Kaprizov when he was cheap, yeah, this is good. This is going to be great for quite some time. All right, guys, now let's talk sets. And like I always do, I did the math, so you guys don't have to. It works exactly the same as the Under 22 event, except there are some more sets. The one thing I do want to say, guys, I apologize. I made a prediction. I thought that this event might work a little bit different. The 87s and 88s, those are still going to stay the same value if you invested a ton of coins into them. Good news, there's not really any of these cards that you need to go get, and you can still hold on to them because they will be valuable in the future. And honestly, I would double down. Go get more. All right, so it does cost 7 if you want 7 Hut Hero or 16-bit Hut Hero, 16-bit collectibles to get one of the cards, and they all start at 86. They will be untradeable. You can also do a choice set where you trade in 5 and you'll get one of 2. I would not do that because, well, I guess if you get Grubauer, I mean, any of these 3, again, are probably going to make your team. The only one that really... That kind of excites me is Brandstrom. So if you got 2 of the other ones, then that's kind of an L. You might as well just pay the extra 2 collectibles and get it. So you can also do the Sweet 16 pack. Wouldn't do that. All right, so now let's take a look at some of these sets and what the cost is, because if you go all the way to the end, you'll see the collectible sets. So how do you get the collectibles? Here we go. You got a couple options. You can trade in, and again, I'm going to rattle off the math here, guys. 15 gold players will get you 1. The value on that is 12,000 coins per collectible. So 12,000, in my opinion, this is the worst one to do. So if you've got tradable cards that you could sell, like the under 74 to 79 players, sell them. Do not use them in this set unless they are untradeable, obviously. You're going to make more coins that way, and I'll show you the cheaper methods to go about it. Then you've got another one that is 80 plus overall items. 10 of them will get it. That works out to 12,000 coins as well. So any 80 plus cards or 80 overall cards, I would sell. Again, just not as much value as you can get in some of these other ones. The next set they added in is 81 overall. So they've really kind of separated all the overalls. This you can still get for for 1,200 coins each, roughly, which works out to about 9,600 coins per collectible. So a much better value. Now they might jump up a little bit because there might be a discrepancy in how many 81s are actually in the game as opposed to 80 and 82s. So keep on your eyes out for that one. But if they are going for 1,200, that's a great buy because you can make each one for under 10,000 coins. Then you've got 7 of 82 plus overall items. These are going for 1,250. 1,250 on PlayStation 5. That's 8,750 coins. Great value per collectible. Moving on down the line, we've got the 83 plus, and obviously I told everyone to sell theirs at like 6,000 coins. The value didn't really change, so you don't got to worry about that, but they didn't go up. So they are going roughly for about 5,800 coins. If you trade in 3 of them, it's going to cost you 17,400, meaning that each collectible is worth 8,700. It is technically the best value, but it's basically just right in line with the 82 overall ones. Down the line even further, this is one of, if not the best buys right now. 84 overalls are going for 6,500, guys. That's 13,000 for 2. Meaning that each collectible is 6,500. If you want to make collectibles right now for one of these cards, this is how you do it, 6,500. I have a feeling that value will change, so hopefully you're a subscriber of mine and you get the info quickly. You've got a new one as well. The 85 overall will get you 3 of them, and these are going for about 9,000 each, okay? So 2 of them will get you 3 collectibles, which means 6,000 coins per. That is technically the best one. That's going to adjust, I have a feeling, though. So these last 2, 84 and 85s, if you want to make these, you buy those, and that is how you're going to make those collectibles at the best value. The last one that you can do is 3 collectibles for an 86 overall plus. They're going for about 25,000, which means each collectible is about 8,300. Not the same value. So it's definitely the 84 and 85s. Those are the ones you want to watch out for. Guys, there are also the 16-bit hero objectives. So if you go through much like the Under 22 event, you can get some free collectibles by doing that way. Here's the thing, guys. Once you get the card you want, or maybe the 2 cards you want, I would recommend one only and probably Brandstrom. But let's say you get the one you want. I would not try and turn those cards into collectibles other than these ones. So like you could play the game and get enough to basically make one of these for free. Here is why I don't want you to focus on collectibles too much. Because unless you have untradables, that's different. If you have untradables, here is the reason. You know that these cards will be replaced. I mentioned it before. That's why kind of at the high level, these aren't that exciting because they're capped at 92. What you want to do if you're going to invest, sell the cards you can. So let's say you have enough cards to make the collectibles, okay? Let's say you have 1,082 overalls. Sell them, and then with the coins you make from them, upgrade them. And here's the reason why. Because once you get to 92, and let's say it's now February, and you want to refund this, you have a card that is going to replace these, which will happen and pretty quickly. Trading in or refunding your collectibles is only going to allow you to make other cards with those collectibles, and that's not going to do you any good because what? You're going to turn it into another Master Set player that you don't want at that stage of the game. Use coins because you'll get half your money back. It's like renting a Master Set item. That's a much better way to go. However, making the collectibles to get the card you want, that I'd recommend because at least you're in on the ground level, but then the coins to upgrade is what you want to do. That way, when he's no longer useful, you can just trade him in for half the coins. Lastly, guys, we'll talk about the packs real quick. So you can do the 16-bit Heroes MSP Booster Pack Week 1. That is right. We will get a Week 2 that will have 3 new Master Set items, so hopefully they're bangers to kind of make up for these 4 that I'm not a huge fan of. That being said, this will give you a random Week 1 Master item for 85,000 coins. Do not do that, okay? It is not worth it. The only one that I would hope for is like Cam Neely, so just not worth it at all. You've also got the Starter Pack that's going to guarantee you an 83 overall item. Not worth it. Going on down the line, these ones aren't worth it either. If you guys are going to spend money on packs, use it on these ones. The NHL Players Pack, that is the best one up. And then once you've run out of points or you've opened up all the packs that you can with before it says that you've reached your limit, hold on to your points, wait for the next day so that new cards are in the store. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for the new content. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys later on with the ranking video. Have a good one.